Hello, Cancerians. We are Kemet. Thank you so much for joining us. This is for the Sun, Moon, and Rising sign of Cancer. And beautiful Cancer, let us see what is coming through for you at this time. Kilatu, kiriaviatoshtavi, raki kiliazotur talovalovem, mirieshkatur, mirieshkatur, ratur kiriatolovalovem, miatosh. Riatosh, okay, viatosh. We are ready for your integration. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, vilatur kiazatosh rivir. Deep breath out, alovesh riazirosh kiatosh. Deep breath in, vilatur kiaviresh kiatiresh. Deep breath out, kiatur talovalosh riatosh. Deep breath in, kiviosh talozatos ravir, and a deep breath out, kiviosh kiaturos talovek. Keep breathing at ease. Talvel aviriesh, talozamos, ritur kiagiresh, tarosh taloziresh, kiatos tavir. Okay, viatur, viatoros, riakiesh, kiaturos, talovaros, taloviresh. Riatos, connecting to your source grid. Viator, Riesh, Kiriesh, raising the frequency. Valaturos, Kiaziresh, Riaturos, Ritu Kiavato. Balance. There's a frequency of balance, restoring balance coming into your life, into your physical experiencing. The balancing feels it begins in your grid. So it's an inner balancing first, where there's a shift occurring within Cancerians, and it allows a balance, an inner balance between your shadow and source, your inner being and source, the divine feminine and source, a balancing to your shadow within source, to source. You can, thank you for the clarity. When you understand that when you were born in this physical reality, you were conditioned not only about your physical experience, but you're also conditioned about your inner being, your spiritual, your shadow. You were told what those energies were. You were conditioned through tradition, culture, or religion, how those energies work, right? And you've done the beautiful work to release the conditioning of your source, the conditioning of your shadow, the conditioning of your divine feminine, to allow yourself to receive freely from a divine source, limitless source, abundant source, undefinable and unconditioned and unprogrammed source. You have liberated source to freedom. And now your inner being, your shadow, your divine feminine, your high priestess energy, your birthing energy, that which you're here, your frequency, there's a balancing to source there occurring. There's more to that shadow aspect. There's more to your divine high priestess aspect. There's more to your inner world than you have come to understand. And there's a beautiful balancing happening there. Once that has completed, and it feels that that has been happening for the last few weeks, almost increasing in intensity. There's been a lot of inner balancing, Cancerian. Now it's coming into the physical. And it's part of that energy we believe we brought through a few weeks ago of your experiencing in the physical being more of a golden energy, and where the sand is now, because Cancer, remember, you are the crab. You move between water and earth, right? That energy of the crab, you're able to shift through both mediums, the shadow and the light, the water and the earth. And you have taken the teachings of the water, of the inner frequency, and you have now moved into the earth energies, and the earth is no longer rigid and fixed like brick and cement. It is now fluid like sand. So just as water, it can take the shape of you. And you added some fire there to allow now the sand to mold into glass. And because of that exquisite work and that alchemy, it's almost as though it opened up a few upgrades. In order for that to be without, then within, a bit more had to come through. And that was the integrating in order to fuel this fire, in order for the physical to really start taking the shape of you. There had to be some opening up in the shadow, in the water energies. And now that's ready. That balancing, what is happening within, is now ready to take shape in the physical, in the light, upon the sand, upon the earthy energies. And you're about to now experience a balancing in your physical. All of these experiences are non-action experiences, meaning there's nothing you need to do other than to accept what happens, to receive what comes in, and to release what is ready to go. And that'll be very intuitive. That'll just happen organically, where you feel, oh, that no longer resonates. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's coming in. That's fascinating. Okay, so it is, you don't have to worry, oh, is there something I must do? Is there a way I need to prepare for it? No, this is happening organically, an auto kind of integration. You've already done all the active conscious work to shift. You did all the work to shift, to be poised for these changes. And now that you're there, these changes are happening organically. It's like, ah, you're here now. Now this is ready to happen. And it's unfolding quite naturally. The source is saying this is why your physical world has almost been a bit slow, or a little bit paused, or status quo, nothing much happening. That's because there was a lot of inner shifts now, a lot of awakening, a lot of balancing happening within, and that's starting to crystallize, coming to finalize, and you're now ready to experience this shifting in your physical. So if we go back to that glass scenario, you are now ready for the physical to take and shape itself as your source, and you are now working behind the scenes. Your soul was working behind the scenes, forging and mixing the ingredients, preparing everything that you are now energetically ready to now step into, to now really witness, because the creation of this glass, the creation of the sand, the energies, the experience of the sand molding itself with the fires of creation into these structures, these beautiful structures of yours, into this crystallization, into your foundation, that happens organically. It's not something you effort. And so it's born of this unknown energy, from the unknown shadow, the unknown light. So these experiences now manifesting, these experiences now crystallizing, now taking shape. And this glass isn't fragile, okay? It is solid, crystallized energies. The reason why we say glass is because it's the sand, alchemy, and the fire now coming to create this. It is the activation of the creative fires with the foundation energies, then becoming this liquefied energy which can take the shape of you and mold itself into these beautiful structures. So this experiencing of your physical life molding itself now in the shape of you and being stable, not like, sandcastles that just get blown away, being these solid, stable structures that can show your light, that reflect the light, that shine the light of you. This experience is an experience that happens organically. The actioning happens upon the manifestation. So you now experience and you attract and you manifest this crystalline, beautiful experience, and then you action upon the manifestation of the crystallized structure. You are not actually creating the structure. That's all happening from within. That is all source alchemy. Very fascinating, Cancerians. So should you have been feeling your life is a little bit tedious, a bit boring, a bit slow, a bit restrictive, a bit stagnant, you're about to shift into quite a more dynamic experience, into quite a landscape shifting experience. Your landscape is shifting quite a bit over the next few weeks. Your experiences, your relationships shifting quite a bit. In terms of, it might be a relationship or relationships you currently have, but they're just shifting dynamic, shifting into a different experience, right? We're all infinite colors, we're all infinite spectrums, we're all infinite frequencies. So imagine you were having, with your current friendships, you were all in a spectrum of sapphire, this blue kind of energy. All of a sudden you're shifting into crimson, this red kind of energy. So the same people, but a different shade, a different experience, a different perception, a different side, but all the sides are source. The blue isn't better than the red isn't better than the blue. It's just different and richer, and they co-create together. Maybe even giving a purple, a violet energy, as now the two worlds collide in harmony. So there is this magical yet aligned and destined shift because of all the work you have done, and it's now becoming a lot more dynamic in your physical environment, in your physical experiencing. Okay. Be open to receive, be open to the shifts. And again, as we said, there's no action. And it's an interesting thing where maybe you have been waiting for instruction as to, okay, now go do this, do that, or you've maybe been wanting something to happen, or you need to move, or you need a new job, or there's something that there's a practical physical change that's about to happen, and you have been guided. There's no practical thing for you to do that you're about to receive. This is what Source was meaning. Source was saying, listen, the magic is happening within. It's being conjured. What you asked is happening. The work you're doing is energetic. You're not only this physical body, you're an energetic body, you're a spiritual body, you're a mental body, you're all these different energies. So even if your physical might seem a bit non-action, a bit stagnant, it doesn't mean you're not doing a lot of work in all the other frequencies. And you've been doing a lot of work to realize your dreams and your manifestations. And now it's time for that work to now just take the shape of the physical. So it's like you were maybe working in paintings, maybe water paint and sketches, drawing things up, and now you're ready now to sculpt it into clay and to mold it and to now work with it on a different medium, right? And so what you have been working on with the paintings and the sketches is now going to be mirrored in sculptures. So it is that balancing. Okay, nothing gets lost in translation. And everything that you have been working towards or wanting, you have been wanting, because it does feel like you haven't been able to work towards it, as though you've been guided not to. You've been asked to just be still, and it feels as though the work was very inner work. So now you're able to now not necessarily work towards it, but rather work within it. The work towards it happened inner, so now it manifests in the outer, and now you work within it. You don't have to work to building it. It's now going to be built. You work within the building. It's very interesting and very kind of unique in its way to you. Each of you having a very unique experiencing of this magical energy. So know there is a balancing coming through, a harmony coming through, and it's going to now align in your physical. So you're not going to feel so stuck, hangman energy. It's going to feel a lot more fluid. It's going to feel a lot more progression in what you have been working towards, Cancerians. Okay. Anything else? No. Okay. We are ready for your grounding meditation. Deep breath in and a deep breath out. Deep breath in, breathing in source energy all around you. Deep breath out, breathing out tension, breathing out resistance, releasing the mind. Deep breath in, breathing in source energy within you. Deep breath out, breathing out tension, breathing out resistance, releasing the mind. Deep breath in, breathing in source energy anchoring into each and every single cell of your body. And a deep breath out, breathing out tension, breathing out resistance, releasing the mind. Keep breathing, Cancerians. As you breathe, source energy anchors into each and every single cell, each atom, each molecule. You are source energy. You are the light and the shadow. You are the moon and the sun. You are the alchemist. And now the shadow becomes the light is the shadow. Miyatu, balance, balance, a divine balance. Viato. Blessed be.